I formulated my own skincare line.
Yeah, you see you think you know me, but you don't even know nothing about me.
If you send me the location, then I'll be right there. And make I come check you, my baby. No time, no. If you send me the location, then I'll be right there. And make I come check you, my baby. No time, no. If you send me the location, then I'll be right there. And make I come check you, my baby. No time, no.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Busola. I am back. It was after a year. I'm not gonna even get into that because listen, life happens, quarantine happens, was in the middle of a pandemic. But without further ado, let's begin this video because I don't want it to be long. I really make this video to let y'all know of the ins and outs of starting a skincare line and kind of what it takes to start one. So I formulated my own skincare line. It's called Untitled, and Untitled loosely translates to like self-care, self-preservation, take care of your body in Yoruba, which is a tribe in Nigeria, which is what I am. Funny enough, I had this vision my last year at Howard. I had an entrepreneurship class, and in that class, the whole essence of the class was to create a business plan for a potential business, an alleged business, whatever the case may be, an actual business. And I always knew I wanted to get into skincare since like high school, maybe even middle school. I just didn't know how and when. But I took that, that class and that business plan seriously because I knew that that was gonna somehow play into my future. Long story short, the pandemic hit. I've seen and I was inspired by a lot of people who were starting their own businesses, and I was just like, IA. And IA stands for Toju Ara, by the way. I'm just gonna kind of substitute that a lot, actually. So yeah, I thought about IA and I was just like, what the hell, like why not start it now? And I did. I started it from the ground up. And when I say the ground up, I mean, I literally formulated my own products. Having not taken a science class since high school, I did research on ingredients. After doing research on ingredients, I then, bought those ingredients. After buying those ingredients, I then tested each individual ingredient out. And yeah, it was a rewarding experience. I'm really happy I did decide to formulate it from the ground up instead of private labeling, just because, any single time I do something creative, I really want it to be from me, If I was like drop shipping or anything like that, what the hell? I don't care that much. But if something's dear to me, I really want to take my time and create it myself. I did want to let y'all know how IA really changed my life. It's still growing and we're still a small business and everything, but having something that is my own and something that I really created and I worked hard on. I mean, when I say created, I create the logos, the website, marketing whatevers, packaging, like labels, everything, which is why it took almost a year. I started this in about like August 2020, something like that. And I remember I was supposed to launch in November, then December, then January, then February. And by God's grace, I did, and I was able to launch in March 5th. So I think the first important thing when it comes to creating a skincare line, unless you're private labeling, which means that somebody else is creating your products, they already formulated them, you're just putting your brand on it. If you're creating your own, skincare line and you want it to be a career and something long-term, you have to have like a passion for it, a love for it. Like just working at it for a certain amount of time can only get you so far. Like I feel like in order for your business to grow and to like prosper, you need to have like a passion for what you're doing, especially if it's something creative and something that you're making. You know what I mean? Like when you're creating the name and the mission and the brand, make sure it's dear to your heart. So like for me personally, I started IA because one, I was always been a skincare freak. Like if you know me, I'm not even gonna get into that. I've always been a skincare freak. I've always been a product hoarder. I've always loved like the process of formulating products and creating my own, you know, things, whether it be like a body butter, a lip scrub, since I was in like middle school or something. I'm not an esthetician or anything, but I've always loved like, you know, giving skincare advice. I've always been that friend that people would ask, you know, questions about skincare and all that good stuff. So it's just always been a niche of mine. So when I first started IA, or when I was in the process of creating IA and all that, I was looking at other people starting skincare lines, and I was just like, oh, what the hell? This is such a saturated market, you know, like, am I going to be successful in it? Am I going to, you know, like, is it worth getting into? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are doing it. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is that you don't have to be as talented as you think you need to be. You need to be talented, of course, especially in any area, point blank period. But I think what differentiates a lot of people when it comes to being, you know, that person or being very successful in that field, when it comes to starting your own skincare line, be consistent, man. It may not be, you know, all sweet and shit in the beginning, but I feel like if your products are different and they're worth it, eventually everybody else is going to see that. The next step after, you know, realizing that this is what you want to do and you create your name, you have a passion for the, you know, the business and everything, the next step is to do some research. Research on what type of products you want to release first. Honestly speaking, I did 4 products in the beginning, and I think I planned on a lot more. But when you're formulating, you know, your own products from scratch, and they're actually like kind of complicated and I don't want to say, yeah, complicated, not very simple formulas, like formulas that have more than like 10 ingredients or more, it's going to take a little bit more and a lot more research, especially, you know, when you're trying to really make sure your product works. You know, if you're making a skincare line, make sure your products work, which is what I'm going to get into in a second. So when determining how to go about your research, you need to determine what you want to make first. So for me, I know I wanted to make serums, 2 serums, and I know I wanted to make a moisturizer. And after determining what I wanted to make, I then decided, okay, I want this to do this, and I want that to do that, and I want that one to do that one. And after that, that's when you can begin your research. Really, it's up to what you want your products to be and what you want your products to do. So after determining the purpose of the products, I then started going ham on research when it comes to ingredients and what they do. I took my own personal experience because, like I said, I'm a product junkie. So I took my own experience from using certain products and what they had in it, ingredients you want to put in your formulas. And then you create your formulas. My formulas have drastically changed from when I first created it to what it is when I launched. But yeah, make a formula. I use the Excel sheet, and that's a whole other video, and I'm like, it will take forever to explain in this video. But yeah, after you formulate and make your actual formula, then you buy your ingredients based on the formula and all that good stuff. From there, you test out the individual ingredients, and then from the individual ingredients, you put them in small groups, and then from those smaller groups, you put them in bigger groups, and then from bigger groups, you actually put them in the actual formula. And yeah, it took some time. Like, after testing out individual ingredients and testing them out by myself, it was about a month's worth of, you know, of testing for just me. And then I shipped them out to people for them to actually test the actual product. I got their feedback. I then adjusted things based on that. And yeah, it was like a back and forth progress. Like, it's not something that happens overnight. It's not like as simple as, you know, making like for instance, like, you know, shea butters and stuff like that. Like, if you're actually making like formulas that include like water, for instance, that's a whole nother thing. Like, you have to find preservatives and make sure like, if you're using a serum, it has to be a certain, doesn't have to be, but you know, there's a certain pH level that serums are in, as well as moisturizers, and so on and so on. People you want to test them out to, you then make your revisions, and then from there on, while you're waiting for people to respond, you start working on your website, especially if you're making it yourself. the way you want to promo it. If you want to do like a little small video ad, take pictures, now's the time. For the bottles and stuff, you got to find vendors at this time, and I would suggest finding vendors after you've kind of, you know, solidified your formula, because your packaging can low-key change, or the need for certain packaging may change, to put it that way. So Untitled Chapter has really changed my life for the good, just because I can finally say I have something that's my own. Like I said, I started this from the ground up. It was almost a year in the making, and I have my final products. I mean, not that I got lip gloss on my packaging. These are my 2 serums. I call them elixirs, just for the sense that an elixir is considered a magical potion. It's like it's a blend of a lot of like really nice ingredients, and I feel like these products like are the epitome of what an elixir is. This is the Ray elixir, and this is the Uda elixir. The Ray elixir, the purpose of it is to revitalize, rejuvenate, and regenerate. And what I mean by that is it really like ups the appearance of your overall skin tone. Like evens out the skin tone, brightens dull skin, brightens hyperpigmentation, regenerates cells. It's infused with pomegranate enzymes, which regenerate the cells and speed up the kind of the cell turnover. And while I'm talking through the products, I'm going to gradually drop pictures of before and afters of people who've tested and started using the products already, because it's really amazing. Like when I saw the results, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. I was really shocked. And the ingredients that I did use, I didn't want it to be another serum or another you know, moisturizer or another mask. I really wanted the ingredients to be clean, a lot of natural ingredients, a lot of, you know, ingredients that were formulated with science, because what a lot of people don't realize is sometimes the things that are formulated by man can sometimes be better for your skin. That's a whole other topic I'm not going to get into right now. So that's the Ray elixir. I didn't really show the packaging. So that's the Ray elixir. I might do some close-ups of each product later on, but this is the Ray elixir. The next product is the Uda elixir. Uda stands for eudaimonia, and then eudaimonia is the Greek word for happiness and prosperity and blessedness. I feel like the ingredients that I incorporated into the Uda elixir are freaking amazing, and they kind of embody that. Like when you put on the Uda elixir, it really, first off, it smells like heavenly. Like it smells so good. Has 8 botanical oils. It has goji berry, raspberry, rosehip oil, almond oil, black seed oil, prickly pear. Like it's made with a lot of, I don't want to use the word exotic, but a lot of oils that you don't find everywhere, because they're not that popular, because 1, they're expensive, but 2, they're just not found in the United States like that. I think it gives you a competitive advantage when it comes to what makes your products different from other people's. The Uda elixir is how freaking pretty it is. It's an emulsion, so you can use it as a moisturizer, you can use it as a primer, you can use it as a body, whatever. I used it here today, and as you can see, sis is looking hydrated and kind of glowing. I use it, yeah, as a primer, moisturizer, as an actual serum, as a body elixir or body oil. I sometimes put a drop or 2 in foundation because I have dry skin. It has aloe vera, bio bamboo water. It has a lot of things that I'm not going to get into right now because that'll take forever. But I did want to show you guys before I went off to the next product. This is the Hya Intensive Moisturizer. The 2 great power ingredients in this moisturizer are hyaluronic acid and provitamin B5. I incorporated 2 weights of hyaluronic acid into this moisturizer because it mimics the way our skin produces hyaluronic acid. We have different types of hyaluronic acid in our skin, and one penetrates deeper. Sorry, y'all. One penetrates deeper and the other one penetrates more on the surface. So I feel like any product that's using hyaluronic acid and it doesn't have more than 1 weight, I just wouldn't purchase it. There's a lot of other products that do more, if that makes sense. But yeah, hyaluronic acid increases our hydration level, and the skin appears a lot more plump and a lot more hydrated. Provitamin B5 also helps keep the skin smooth, soft, and like real supple. Moisturizer has hella anti-inflammatory ingredients that really help calm the skin. So if you're breaking out, if you have like a rash, if your skin's just doing a lot and you don't know what's going on, this I love this. Like, I don't think I'm purchasing another like moisturizer this year. Like, hey, sorry y'all, my camera died. Not died, it stopped recording. But yeah, it's the Hya Intensive Moisturizer. One of my favorites. I think the Ray Elixir and this moisturizer, they're a great combo. They work amazing together. And I just recently started using just those two in my skincare routine to kind of see how they work together, and I just love the combo. It hydrates the skin all day without like making your skin look oily and stuff. My last product is my mask. It's a purifying green clay mask. It's curated with like 100% pure fresh green clay. This is the mask. It has 4 power ingredients: French green clay, moringa, mulberry leaf, and watermelon powder. French green clay is a great detox ingredient. It really pulls toxins out of the skin. Mulberry brightens the skin. Moringa is another detox ingredient. Watermelon is another exfoliating ingredient. I mean, all of them do a whole lot. If I'm breaking out for no reason, I like to do this mask. You know, the days that I'm a little bit oily, like this is going to be a great product to invest in during the summertime, because, you know, it gets rid of excess sebum, and you know, in the summertime it be getting a little hotter, it be getting a little oilier, even me as a dry skin girl. So yeah, and each mask comes with a scooper that you can use to scoop it up. But the mask is freaking amazing. When you put it on, you would immediately notice like a brighter and smoother complexion. Go ahead, just get it. Just get it. Here are my babies. I do have some tools. I have derma rollers, actually. It wouldn't be a true video if I didn't show everything, right? I had to get this from the bathroom because I didn't want to open a new one. I have derma rollers. This is the only product, only tool, or only item on IA's website that of course I did not make. I had somebody make for me. So every single derma roller that we have comes with a case. So this is, and then this is the whole entire, I'm trying not to show everything because it might be dirty. It might be messy because like oils and stuff. It's in my bathroom. I actually use it. So yeah, every single derma roller comes with a case, so it's easy for travel. You don't want the needles poking anybody or anything like that. Rather than, I know a lot of derma rollers come with like a little thing that covers the needles, but that comes off so easily. So I opted for the case because I feel like it's more secure and it protects it. And if you're traveling, it protects everything that's inside that bag, you know. So I was talking a lot. Don't know how far I got into this video. I hope this video is not too long, but I really want to say thank you for everybody watching. I'm just so thankful that I was able to do this from the start to the finish. I was able to find the resources. So grateful, and I'm so blessed to be able to launch IA and everything, and I cannot wait for it to take off the way that I've imagined. I told you, Rara, our website's live, our Instagram is live. Go ahead and follow us. I'm thinking of doing, I don't know, a giveaway for the first couple of followers, if not. So get your skin in check, because it's not everyday makeup, you know what I mean? So yeah, I will catch y'all on the flip side.